Okay, today we've got Dickie Betts' rhythm guitar part on Stormy Monday from the Live at the Fillmore recording. Okay, it's classic. Okay, goes something like this. Okay, that is one cool sounding recording, okay? So, if you haven't done it yet and you don't know the song, go back to my video on playing the simple version of the rhythm. G7, C7. Here's what Dickie Betts played. Okay, let's take a look at that, okay? So, in bar number 1, it's a G7 chord. Now, you could ghost the bass note. I'd recommend that in the beginning. I'm sure he doesn't do that, but it shows you where the downbeat is. So I'm going like this. 1 and 2 and. Now, here's that cool lick. So, what you're doing is you're going to slide up to the 5th fret. So it's 2nd finger, 5th fret, 4th string, 3rd finger, 5th fret, 2nd string. Okay? So slide from the 3rd fret, and then we go down 2 frets, and we have the same shape in the 3rd fret. So it's going to be 3rd fret, 4th string, 2nd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string, 3rd finger. Okay? Now, it might be worth it. Let's take a look at my right hand on this. So, a good way to do this is what we call hybrid picking style, okay? So, when I go, I might hit that with the pick, but then when I do the chord on the 4th string and the 2nd string, I grab the lower note with a down pick and the upper note, and I'm using my ring finger. So this is actually a great song to get used to that hybrid style, okay? Let's go back to the left hand now. So that's G. Now it's going to go up to the C chord, and you do exactly the same move, only you just move it all up one string. So now, 3rd fret, 5th string, and then we go to the 5th fret of the 3rd string and the 1st string. Again, slide it. So from the 5th fret to the 3rd string. So that kind of makes a C7 chord. Okay, here's your first 2 bars. Here's what we got. Now, it's probably worth it to count that. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Well, there's 2 bars, okay? Okay, next bar, 3rd bar. We start off the same way, just what we played on the G. Okay, so same thing as the 1st bar, but then we move those 2 strings up 1 fret. So now we're in the 4th fret of the 4th string and the 4th fret of the 2nd string. So watch, here's the 3rd bar. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So you just hold that over 3 and 4. Now, by moving up 1 fret, we've moved up a half step, and that's our A7, A flat 7 chord. Okay? So here's the 3rd bar. 3, 4. Okay, and then for the 4th bar, we're going to go down 1 fret. Okay, no bass note, right on 1. And we do something like this. 1, 2. No, it's 1. Okay, so it's a little tricky, the rhythm. So it's 1, 2 trip, 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4. So rest on 2. 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4. Okay, that's 4 bars. Here's the whole thing. Well, there you go. That's 4 bars, okay? Now, bars 5 and 6, we're just going to do exactly what we did in bar number 2. It's now going to be 2 bars of C. You see that? Okay, so again, we're doing that same lick. It's 5th string in the bass, and we've got the 3rd and 2nd strings. Okay, so now that's 6 bars. Now, what it is so far, this is a standard blues, a standard 12-bar blues. It could be Texas Flood, could be a million slow blueses. Now, here's where the song gets very different, okay? We go to G7 to A minor, but he plays this for G major. Okay, so what's going on there? He's got his 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. He's got his 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and he goes 1 and 2 and. So again, he doesn't play the downbeat. 1 and 2 and. Then it goes to the 5th fret of the 3rd and 2nd strings. So actually these are parallel thirds, okay? Now what's happening here is, this is the 3rd and 5th of the G chord, as it turns out, and then this is the 3rd and 5th of the A minor chord. So here we go. Here's bar number 7. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, now he moves it up 2 frets. It's going to be B minor 7. But here he does this. Okay, so instead of the 3rd, he's barring his 3rd string and 2nd string and the 7th fret, but then he puts his pinky down on the 10th fret of the 2nd string, and he plays those 2 strings again. And then he goes back to just the notes on the 7th fret, the 7th fret, 3rd string, and 2nd string. Okay, so here's what we got for this part. Okay, now we go down 1 fret. Okay, that's a cool chord. That's going to be B flat minor 7, okay? Okay, let me take this from the beginning just to recount that, okay? So 1, through... Okay, there you go. Okay, that's 8 bars, okay? 9th bar goes to A minor 7, and he plays again the 3rd and 2nd strings in the 5th fret. Big whole note here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, part of what makes this song sound so good, there's so much space. There's breathing room here. Anyway, whole bar of that. 2, 3, 4. Now we go to C minor. Okay, so that's something new. That's a 3-note chord. It's the 5th fret of the 3rd string with the 3rd finger, the 4th fret of the 2nd string with the 2nd finger, and the 3rd fret of the 1st string with the 1st finger. Okay, 2 beats, and then he puts the pinky down. in the 6th fret of the 1st string. Okay, it turns it into C minor 7. So look. Now watch this. So here's bar 9 from A minor, big whole note, 3, 4, C minor 7 for bar 10. Okay, now for bars 11 and 12, that's our turnaround area. Okay, I call this the sitting on top of the world turnaround. It's 1, 4, 1, 5. He goes something like this. This is a little tricky. G. Okay, C. Okay, now watch this. Bass note, we bar the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, and we, like if we're going to play hybrid, this is actually kind of cool. Could we look at the right hand here? So I could go pick ring finger, excuse me, pick middle finger, ring finger, like this. That's a nice way to do it, or you could strum it. Okay, let's go back to the left hand. So what we're going to do is we hammer on the 3rd string from the bar on the 3rd fret to the 4th fret with the 2nd finger. Okay, then we bar the 5th fret, strings 4, 3, and 2, and then right back to that hammer on. So bass, hammer, hammer. Okay, now to our C7 chord, 3rd fret, and now watch this, back to G7, and then we've got the D augmented chord. So once again, we're going to do it this way, G7, 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4. Okay, now, for you guys that have hung in there, here's the whole thing now. Then the video will be done. Okay, so it all leads up to this. 3, 4, bar 1. Bar 2. 3. That's the A flat. Back to G. Okay, 2nd line. Bar 5. Bar 6. Bar 7, G. A minor, B minor, B flat minor. Big whole note on the A minor there. C minor 7, bars 11 and 12. Anyway, awesome guitar part. Not that hard to play, hard to think of. Definitely it's going to be worth trying to figure out how that fits in with all the chords, okay? So it's been my pleasure showing you that. And coming up next is going to be Dwayne's lead. Have a good one.